Good evening. Today I'm going to present to you about my partial report of the 4 weeks I have been in Schneider Electric. So Schneider Electric focuses on administrating, managing electricity in different ways, but specifically in the Tlaxcala plants, they're producing breakers and switches. So the project I am assigned is a smart factory in which their desire is to make their plant much more modern with more screens and more projections of their productivity and efficiency. So the task it divides into two. The first one is to add more control centers, which is a picture that is at your left. This control center uses a system designed by Schneider Electric, which is called Lean Digitization System. This system is used to record and manage all the data from a production line, from usable parts, the parts that were damaged, the time that the workers were on the production, and with several data they can get a measurement and a graph that supervisors can analyze and get to know if there's a problem or an error that they can fix. So these control centers, there are 35 active, but the managers want more. So that all the lines of productions are being analyzed. The second task is to change these and-done systems. These systems, their purpose is to notify supervisors if there is a problem in a certain area with a certain type of warning. So there's the yellow warning, which means that there can be a possible problem, and red, that means that they need assistance immediately for for the production. So for the objectives for the control center is to add more of them. So if you can see the picture I'm presenting, there's 35 screens that are spread throughout the plant. Each one of the squares and boxes with a letter means one line of production. And if you can see closely, you will see that there's a lot of lines of production that still don't have a control center. So by adding them, we will be able to analyze further these lines of productions, which are not digitalized yet. So for the objectives for the Andon displays is to practically remove the old displays that I showed in the previous slide and change it for new screens. Right now we are getting the quote for some 75-inch screens. They have to be big because we need to see the notification, and if there's a problem from far away, this will be hanging in the ceiling. In the next slide, there will be an image of what could it be. This is very important and it will be very useful for the plant because it will make the notification of problems much more easier and digital. This will help to register the number of problems there was in a line of production, and with that they can make an analysis and decisions of how to reduce problems and get a faster solution. So luckily there's a lot of Schneider Electric plants around the world. Just in Mexico there are 12 plants, and we can get a better idea of how to digitalize our plants. So for example, in the picture at the left, you can see how the Andon systems look like in the plant in Ciudad de Mexico. They have a different arrangement for the screens. They're using 3 screens. We will be using two 75-inch screens. It's a small detail, however, we will be using the same system for the other details. So, for example, we will have a UPS, an uninterruptible power supply, so that the data is safe always. and the supervisors can be notified even if there is a power outage. A computer that will be operating the screen and the terminals, which would be a keyboard and a mouse. And for the control centers, they have practically the same specifications because we still need a computer, a screen, but those are 55-inch screens. And finally, to finish the project is to install and manage the lean digitization system, so that there is a constant register of data. So throughout the last 4 weeks, it has been a slow process because it's very expensive to buy so many screens at the same time. However, I have been learning a lot about their lean digitization system. It's very interesting because it's very efficient and straightforward. The operators just introduce the data of the parts that are good and the ones that are damaged, how much time it took, and other details, and the system just does its magic and gives graphs of the productivity and efficiency of the line. So each line of production registers that data. However, not every line of production is has a digital way to do it. So that's my project. That's what I'm assigned to do, and also to change the Andon systems, which I have been seeing how they use it, and it's very critical and important for the company because as soon as there's an Andon alert, the supervisor comes relatively fast and fixes the problem. So I can imagine that there would be a much better communication and analysis of how many problems there are daily, and maybe they can search for a better solution for the long term. Thank you.